In this video, we're going to be looking at pages 25 to 28. It isn't actually anything new in this video, it's just taking concepts we looked at before and squashing them together, basically. So this one is running totals with conditions, and that's the same for all of the pages 25 to 28. They just get slightly harder one after another. So what we've got is as before running totals, we have a total set to 0, so it's going to highlight that.
Not
we have
here,
a loop,
and not here, and no here, and
we'll
no
just
here.
highlight these.
So yeah, hopefully that makes sense.
And we'll highlight the condition.
Thank you for watching.
And that's it for variables. And for arrows, we'll put these in. So this is a fixed loop this time, not the while loops. It will go down a set amount of times, so 5 times.
Some good feedback and decided there was something in it.
And then once it goes around this loop 5 times, it will get to the if statement. And so there will be an arrow here. It won't go immediately here. It needs to go around this 5 times first. And then it does this little condition. And if the condition is true, we follow this path. And if it's false, we go here. So I'll put the columns in as before, the variables. So I'll put total points as tot p. Counter, I'll just make C. Points, can I fit that in?
I'm a serious gamer.
Total points, oh, we've already got that.
But I don't play games.
It's up here. And total points is greater than 50.
With
So
Honey. Honey scans the web for promo
tot
codes
p
and applies them for you.
or greater
so
than
you
or
don't have to
equal
break
to
your
50,
wallet
should I
going
say.
pro. See all this gear? Honey saved me money
So
on all
next up,
$70.
think of it like 2 parts actually. This is kind of like part 1 of the program, and this is part 2. All of this is going to resolve, and then you'll finally get here. But the first thing that's going to happen is total points is going to be set to 0, so we'll make this 0. Like I said before, most running totals are going to be set to 0. Nearly all of them are going to be 0 at the start. For counter from 0 to 4, so let's make counter, it starts at 0. And then you get to receive the points from the keyboard, so you get 15 from the keyboard.
Over $1 billion.
And then for total points, it becomes total points equals total points plus points. So this would be, well, it's 0 plus the current value. So here, 0 plus the current value of points, which is 15. 0 plus 15 is 15. And then notice how we're skipping this column for now because this is down here. So we go around here, the counter goes up by 1. And then we go to the next one, receive points from integer keyboard. So we receive the next value, which is 15 again. And set total points to total points plus points. So the new value of total points, what's going to be here, is going to be its current value, 15, plus the current value of points, which is 15 again. So it's going to be 30. Go around, counter goes up by 1. We get points from the keyboard, so we get 7 points. And then total points becomes, well, the new value of total points becomes its current value, 30 plus 7, 37. Go around again. Hopefully by this point you get the idea. We go up, counter goes up 1 again. We get a new value of points, which is 10. 10 plus 37 becomes 47. We go round, we get to 4, and then you add on 1, so we get 48. Now remember, when you're programming this, you'll have to add 1 extra. You'll have to make it 0 to 5 because Python's lazy and won't do the last one. Once we finally finish this, we've escaped the loop, and we get to if total points is greater than or equal to 50. Well, it's the last value of total points, which is 48. So is 48 greater than or equal to 50? No, it's not. So we put an F there, and we follow the false path, and we write, unfortunately, you scored, and then it will say whatever the value of total points is, 48, and that's it. I'm not going to go over the other pages, they're very similar, they're just slightly more complicated, so this has more conditions and more complex conditions. something that we've seen before. This is just with floating point numbers. So remember to write float before your question there. This one is a little bit trickier, and there's also a little bit of an extension task if you feel like you're up for it. But what I'll do is, just in case this looks a bit intimidating, I'm going to go through how to do it in Python. Even for this, these are two things we've seen before. I'll just show you how the whole thing goes together. So what I'll do is, I'll put this side by side so you can see the lines. So I'm just going to do it line by line. So first one is total points equals 0, and then we want to go for counter from 0. What am I doing? I'm just typing out what's in there. For counter in range 0, and remember to add on one more. So 5. I got mixed up. I'm so used to writing I there. I don't know why I wrote it as counter there. So if you're now used to it, feel free to write I, but I'll keep it as counter for now. Then we have to get the points. So we go points equals int input. Just write how many points, or I'll just keep it as how many points for now. And that's the end of the loop. So remember, oh no, it's not. There's this line here, set total points. So total points equals total points plus points, and then end repeat, you just press delete. The next bit, if total points is greater than or equal to 50, remember then it's just a colon, and then you write print congratulations, and do comma outside. Oh no, I've messed this up. So congratulations, you scored, and then you do a comma, and then you just write total points. Not points, total points, because we want the final one to display. Can I get rid of that? Okay, and then we go back to an else, and we just write print. You know what? Let's make it our lives easier. And just make this, unfortunately you scored unfortunately you scored total points, and that, I think that's the program. So notice how I've made a space here to keep myself right, so we know what we're doing. The easy mistake to make is if you put that inside the loop, which isn't the worst thing ever. You know what, we'll run it and we'll show off both versions. So here is the version the way it's meant to be. At least I think it is, there's no errors. So the numbers we had were 15, 15, 7, 10, and 1. Okay, unfortunately you scored 48, right? Now let's say that we indented this, or you didn't press the delete key to start to get this back here, to get it dedented. What changes? You might actually want it this way in some programs. This isn't necessarily bad what I'm going to show you, but I'll show you the difference. So now that the if statement's in the loop, every time it adds the point, it's going to check if you've cleared 50 yet. So if we go 15, unfortunately you scored 15, we type it again, it adds up to 30, and it's going to keep adding up the scores that we've got. And then let's just say we get 10 to see the other value. Congratulations, you scored 57. So yeah, be careful with where you place your if statements. I mean, the program works either way, what we're doing, but this program specifically wants two separate things. And that is it for page 25. So 26, very similar. 27 is very similar. 28 is a little bit harder, but there is a lot of similarities there as well. Right, thank you for watching.